I get nervous when I'm called to record a message, but this is the message. I divinate a lot when I'm interested in someone. I over divinate a lot when I'm interested in someone. And I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh man, like all day, every day for weeks. And I'm like, oh man, I should know not to divinate because spirits like had to put a stop to it. Or in this case, because I was divinating so much, they're like, stop. And I was like, well, I should stop, right? And they're like, well, no, it's not an obvious you should do anything because it makes sense to use a tool and a resource to help you understand the unknown when what you're afraid of is the unknown. So why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you use what you have to help you with something that you're afraid of? It makes sense. But as with everything, there's a balance. And divination and knowing too much or changing the way that you think because you now have new information that you didn't have before, so you wouldn't have moved in this new way, in this new line. That is really where the balance becomes, I want to say imbalance, but I was going to say unshifted. Now, unshifted is not a word, but it's what I wanted to say. Um, so that's the message, is that if you are using divination as a tool to help you cope, and you're using it as a way to fulfill and sustain yourself in some capacity, be it you don't got a man but you're doing readings on the next person you receive and what's it going to be like, being you have a crush and you do fucking future readings about what it's going to be like to have sex and a family and kids, and what this person is thinking on Monday at 2 o'clock, Monday at 2:15, Monday at 3:15. Not speaking from experience at all. But the point is that if you're using this tool and resource to help you understand and feel comfort within yourself about the unknown or about these different things, to not feel bad about them, but to take another look at why you were doing it. In my case, it's validation. In this particular instance, I want validation. I don't feel like people like me enough, and when someone does like me, I want to hold on to that for grip's sake and hear everything that they're thinking of me and feeling of me and want to do with me, because I know that ultimately it's just gonna into the wind, right? I know that, but that's mine, right? That's the little hair that I am trying to pluck, trying to sort out, trying to understand and make a different choice. Because once I understand what it is that I'm getting or what I'm desiring out of what I'm doing, especially when what I'm doing isn't necessarily healthy for me, then I definitely can approach it differently. And so the same applies, is that if you're reading this message, if you're watching / reading, understand that if you're using divination as a tool to help you, but you've reached the point where it's kind of unhealthy and you know it, understand that there's a reason why you're doing it. Find the reason why. Sit with yourself about why you want to redo these pick cards and why so much to a point that it's unhealthy for you. And then start working on that. For me, it's self-love. Like, even validation has another step about really where it stems from, and I'm working on that. And I had to go through this process to even get to this process. So welcome to the process. Thank you for showing up. We are in this together. Have a good day.